Hello, and welcome back to Ironsworn Ravenloft. I think we're session 22. No, sorry, 32. My bad. When we last left our heroes, Brigida was fighting one of the Kashida leader in the area. On top of this, we'll put her over here. Here, we'll stand her up on top of there, victorious. I think that's about to scale. Looks about right. So she can kind of look down from here over, look down on this side and see the chapel down here and where she first came into the castle and some rotted holes in the roof over here and kind of over in this area is sort of where she needs to get to. Back down into the castle. Yeah, certainly not the highest point in Ravenloft Castle, but one of the highest. Let's take a look at where we are right now. Our progress is looking pretty... Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, I will start with progress. Castle Ravenloft, the perilous site. We're at 6 blocks filled up and pretty close to getting 7. Probably going to have to get 7 to get where we're going on this thing. This Kashida leader is a done deal, so I'm going to modify that and take them off. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave that because I'm going to need one back here in a little while anyway, probably. Racking up failures. That continues to happen. It's really impressive how many I've gotten in such a short time, considering it took me something like 25 sessions to get up to 6, and in 4 sessions I've gotten up to 3. That's pretty something. That's really something. And I'm working on destroying the devil Strahd and freeing Barovia. I can't see getting anything but a mixed success with Strahd anyway. I mean, not saying I wouldn't accept a full hit, but it wouldn't surprise me if. It wouldn't surprise me if he manages to eke out some kind of thing. But, all right, so let's get back to this. So we're in a situation. I'm not assured of victory by any stretch of the imagination, but I've got a pretty good hold on things right now and some points to spend. I kind of made some decisions. I had 3 XP from the last time, and I've got a bit of a breather here, so I'm kind of thinking of something cool to do. I thought of an asset to pick up for 3 points, but now I want to look at a different one before I thought about this ritual keen, which is basically you hold the weapon and sing a keen for those it's killed. I like better, the spirits that are dwelling within it, because we've already established that's true. And then it inflicts +1 harm whenever you strike or clash with it until I roll a 1 on the attack roll. Like if the strike or clash the actual dice roll is a 1, then the energy is spent. The magic is spent. I like it a lot, and I have a good scene and vision for it. But the other thing I'm looking at instead is to do Honor Bound and just buy a thing in Honor Bound, which is when you secure an advantage or compel by telling a hard truth, you get a +1 on the roll and you get a +1 momentum on a hit. And I really like how that might play out in the next scene. I think I want to take this thing where I can tell a hard truth and compel, because I like the scene and I like mechanically what it would do for me theoretically and getting momentum back and things like that. I'll probably regret that, but I'm going to go with that. And I'm not going to do the ritual of Keen just yet. Man, I could play this character for ages. I could just keep expanding and going deeper in this. And anyway, I'm stalling a little bit. And I apologize. The advance I took there, and that actually isn't as many points, so I haven't spent 20. I've only spent 20. I haven't spent 21. I've only spent 20, so I'm going to correct that. And let's get into this. So Brigida is here at the top of the tower, looking out over things. Just the faint, watery light of late afternoon, I guess, or mid-afternoon, something, little bit of light leaking through. And I know there's really only one thing left, and it's Strahd. So she prepares for that as much as she can. She is armored and ready to continue. And I've got a ritual here, actually, that I am going to get going on. So if you'll check this out. So the ritual here that we're looking at is Lightbearer. You'll recall that I used this on the wolf bats a few sessions ago. When you focus on the source of light and capture its essence, roll +wits. On the strong hit, set your light track to 6. On a weak hit, make it +3. Then when you make a move to overcome or navigate darkness, you may add +2 and suffer -1 light. I'm not particularly worried about overcoming or navigating darkness unless that just kind of comes up during the delve. But more importantly, it's going to let me power this thing up to face Strahd, because I'm going to go hard or go home on that one. All right. So, going to roll wits, right? Wits, and see where that gets me. So, let's get our Where's my summary at here? Oh, get that over here and turn on the dice box. What do we have? That is a weak hit. Man, I want to... There's two things to this. I could hit really hard if I come in with that fully loaded thing, and I really want to. I really would like to. Come in with this thing just... with the Flail of Heavens just ready to go. I think symbolically that's really important. On the other hand, man, I'd like to go into this fight with momentum up. But you know what? I just got a move that should help me get momentum back during this conflict. So what the heck? I'm going to burn the momentum, and I'm going to take the strong hit on this thing. So the strong hit is I set my light track to 6. Awesome. The reason this is valuable is when you use your light to strike or clash against a dark dwelling foe, you can choose the amount of light to unleash and roll plus light instead of plus iron or edge. And then I suffer light. So I can get a big hit there, which is pretty cool. Okay. All right. So I'm standing here on the tower, the light of afternoon around me, and I lift this thing up, and I say like sort of a rote prayer to Ameshti, but it has more meaning to me now that I sort of understand the context of the thing. Some of the words that seem meaningless and unnecessary, light of the dying day, and standing against the darkness, against those who would conspire and things like that. It seemed like the thing that you say, and now it's like, now I've had personal interaction with those who would conspire. I have seen the dying of the light. I have seen the heart of darkness, and hung out in his living room. So this lands hard. It takes a lot out of me. I am not Brig is not a person who does rituals a lot. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a little bit, and it's a little bit unnerving, honestly, to see that light come into this thing. So it shakes me a little bit, and I think that's my momentum dropping. But the light is packed within this thing, and I feel the power thrum. I hope it's enough. Okay, so having done that, getting Brig up here, and we're going to see if we can find our way. I don't want to find Strahd immediately. I want to get back to that study that we were at so long ago with that painting and see if it's still there. So let's get in here to the moves and take a look. I want to delve the depths. Where is it? There it is. All right. So we're going to delve the depths. When you traverse an area within a perilous sight, envision your surroundings and consider your approach. I am going with my wits, observation, intuition, and expertise. I've literally observed the castle. I can see the layout. I know where I need to go. I've been through much of this area. I think one of the things I actually kind of personally like about this is I think I made the delve just about the right difficulty, because I am still striving to get through it, but at the same time I have, I think, hit most of the really noteworthy sections of the whole keep, like the sort of definitive areas of Ravenloft Castle. I've been there. I have had the Ravenloft experience. I've had the Castle Ravenloft experience, I think, fully introduced to me between having the module and having the delve tell me what I need to see. I've seen most of it. I really like that. I feel like I'm talking about the end of the game already, so I'm going to just shut up and do this thing. All right, so I'm going to roll. I am rolling wits, and once again whining about the fact that I don't have an asset that helps me with this, but that's fine. Let's find out. Actually, is it fine? Let's find out. And dice box says a weak hit. On a weak hit, roll on the following table according to your stat. I was using wits, so I roll on the table. I roll wits, and let's see what we get. Ooh. Oh my! Well then, thank you very much. All right, I got a 90 on wits, which gets me into this mark progress and find an opportunity. That is sexy as hell. All righty. Cool. All right, so under the progress here, I'm going to mark progress against Castle Ravenloft. That gets me up to 7 boxes. Very cool. And find an opportunity. I'm kind of curious what this thing's going to tell me. Let's go back over here. And under the delve moves, we have find an opportunity. When you encounter a helpful situation or feature within a site, roll on the following table. If you're making this move as a result of a strong hit, I was not, you may pick or envision. So, and then I can choose one, either gain insight and take +1 momentum, or take action now. So I'm going to roll. I have to roll in the oracle. I don't get to say anything. I locate a secure area. Give me a minute. I'm going to go look at something. I like this. We're going to see what we can do with this. All right, so what I find is I've returned to the study. I make my way back to the study within the castle. And I find the painting kind of leaning up against the wall, and it's what I need. I look at that. While I'm looking around, I'm just going to revisit this study one more time so you can kind of envision it with me here. It's this one right here. A blazing hearth with a fire in it, fills the room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes. Their leather covers are well oiled and preserved through careful use. Everything is in order here. The stone floor is hidden beneath a luxurious rug of a deep patterned weave. A large, low table sits in the center of the room, waxed and polished to a mirror finish. Even the poker next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans and couches stand in order around the room. 2 luxurious chairs face the hearth. A huge painting, we've talked about that. The rolling light of the fire illuminates the carefully rendered painting, blah, 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 exact likeness of Irina Kolyana, although it seems old. While I'm messing with this, I'm looking at the painting and sort of picking at the new paint that's been laid over the old paint and made to look like it was part of the ancient painting. I'm picking away at that. And at one point in time, I'm moving the light and the fire is starting to die, and I reach out to grab the poker and to shake the fire up some more. And in moving the poker, I'm already bent down at the painting. The back of the fireplace opened into a secret location. Now, I'm going to fast forward through this because it says I find a secret location, which is great. And we'll talk about the opportunity in a second, but I find the secret location. In the next room, it's old and dusty and moldy and that kind of thing. And there's sort of, is this the one with the coins in it? There's a false treasury in there that's got some coins scattered around, and it's fine. It's not a lot. And there's a body of a dead adventurer in here with a torch clutched in his hand just beneath an empty torch sconce, and I pick the torch up at some point and stick it back in there just this for the sake of whatever, and that opens another door. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. The secure area that I find in here is Strahd's treasury. I'm not trying to take any of it, but there's a lot of money gathered over hundreds of years. This is where a lot of the stuff that Lift Siege never gets his hands on. This is where its stuff is stowed. And my opportunity here is that I have an opportunity here to get my bond back with the village of Barovia. If I can bring all this stuff back, I think the opportunity is if I can get this stuff back, I get the bond back. I'm not going to even have to roll. If I can re-enrich the community, I can get my bond back. Done deal. I've got to do that, and I'm not doing it right now, but put a pin in that. Maybe I can get my bond back with the village. Fantastic. But in the meantime, I've got this painting. And so let's look back at what that actual move was that I had set up here, how the move was set up. So we're back over here and find an opportunity, find a secure location. Then choose one. Either gain insight or prepare to take +1 momentum or take action now. You and any allies may make a move, not a progress move, which directly leverages the opportunity. Now, if I do that, if I want this one, I think the opportunity has to be more about the fact that the painting is still here. So maybe I'll retcon that and do that. Yeah. All right, so the opportunity is I find the painting. Painting is still there, and I can pick this thing away. And what I am going to do is I am going to secure an advantage. I'm going to use this move here because it's convenient, but we'll remember that the move is slightly different. And I am doing, once again, I'm rolling wits on this. I get a +1 on it, which is good. Always will take the extra bonus. And what do we get? Oh, still a weak hit. Oh, yikes. All right, so on a weak hit, pick one of these. Make another move now and add +1 or I take +2 momentum. I'm going to take +2 momentum. So I'll take the +2 momentum. Great. And the opportunity thing back under Delve adds another, oh wait, no. Locate your objective. No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. No wonder I'm screwed up. Find an opportunity. You and your allies take +1 and get a +1 momentum on the hit. All right, so that gets me to a 4. And the opportunity here is I'm prepping up the painting in anticipation of what I'm going to be using it for. And now I have to make my way through the damn castle with this stupid thing. Okay. All right, though. I'll take it. let's see if I can delve yet further and find my way into this thing. Find my way from here up to where I hope Strahd's at. So we're back to delve the depths. And again, I am going to move with wit. No bonuses on this one. Gah! Weak hit. That's okay. That's okay. I can take that. Weak hit, roll on the table. So once again, I'm rolling on the table. And it was a wits table. So we'll continue on that. All right. Mark progress and reveal danger. I mean, marking progress is good. Reveal. So what I see myself doing here is moving out of the study. I don't want to close this, but moving out of the study here. Well, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I can. Cool. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to move out of the study here and work my way back and then up or down. I can't remember. Up or down this stairwell here and try to find my way. And this takes me right through Leipzig's area and right into the court. This might be my danger here. We'll see what we got. We'll see what that gives me. All right. That doesn't really do me a lot of good here. All right. So, Lord. All right. On the delve, reveal danger. When you encounter a risky situation within the sight and vision of the danger, or roll on the following. I'm going to roll on the following table. See, let this thing surprise me. And I get, what do I get? Check the domain card. So I rolled a 33. Remember that. All right. So if you can see here, I got a danger. It said check the domain. I got a 33, which means a blocked or guarded path. Blocked or guarded path. So if you look here, to get to where I need to go, I've got to go back out into the old wedding area, the wedding feast that's all rotten, and then back into this area to get back into the stairwell. I've gone back and forth here a number of times with no problems, but I think the will of Strahd has risen up against me somewhat. He can sense me coming and is putting things in my way. Now this is a delve, and if you recall, with the way the delves work, the risks get worse as you kind of get further along into the delve. It's another way that the designer Sean Tompkins came up with for kind of discouraging people just trying to max out the bar, because things get more dangerous on the delve as you move along. So what the game suggests is that things get more dangerous the further in you go. And, this is going to annoy me. The further in up the bar you go. And if I remember right, so a site can be segmented into zones using the site progress track. So it's less risky at the lower end of the progress track of the site. And then as you delve deeper and you get higher risk, you get more major dangers, formidable dangers or extreme dangers. And my progress right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Super. Okay. All right. So K35 here has a thing in it built within the key for Castle Ravenloft of the Guardians. In these little alcoves here, there are statues, and the statues themselves house the spirits of, like bound spirits that. So the way I see this is I'm coming through this dusty old wedding area here, and I open up this door and I see these ghostly spirits emerge out of the statuary on either side and kind of loom in the doorway, and I back up away from them. This is gonna be a toughie, and I'm a little bit annoyed because it means I'm going to have to. Well, we'll see. All right, so the question then becomes: do I do this as a battle? I don't do this as a battle. I don't want to do this as a battle because it's going to be too risky. Or not. Yeah, I'm going to take this as a battle. My momentum is not great, but I'm going to kind of hold on because I don't want to burn up a bunch of resources on a big fight. And I'm thinking in a little bit like a movie sense. I like the idea of this thing. So what this is, in a movie sense, is an opportunity for an action scene. Regardless, Brig is going to look cool. The question is really about, like, how badass does she look? And if I completely screw up the battle scene, it means I'm going to have to retreat and do something even worse to kind of get back around to where I need to go. I'm going to have to retreat and find some other way because these things are so horrible that I can't get around them. So it either establishes that I am a badass and heading in, or it establishes that Strahd is dangerous or that or that he's taking chunks out of me as I'm trying to get closer to him. But I don't think it's worth. It's a big battle. It's a big fight scene. It's cool, but it's not something where I have to, nickel and dime myself all the way through the thing. So moves, combat, and you see the specters come out. These specters come out, and I do the thing with the mace, and the head drops, and the flail whirls, and the light begins to grow, and we get into it. Combat moves, battle. When you fight a battle and it happens in a blur, envision your objective and roll. My objective is to get through here and continue on in the delve and drive these things back. I don't really care about defeating them as such, although I'd like to drive them away. These things are scary. They're undead. They're spirits. They've been summoned up by the will of Strahd. So I'm going to go with depending on courage. So I'm rolling plus heart. Do I have anything that helps me with battle? No. This helps me if I endure harm. Clash. Nope. I have nothing that helps me with battle. Good to know. All right, so I'm going to go in here and I'm rolling heart. No modifiers. Yo! All right. That's cool. All right, so strong hit. Sweet. All right, so strong hit on that. On a strong hit, you achieve your objective unconditionally, take +2 momentum. So this is really a powerhouse show of Brigida in her element. The shield, the armor, the glowing mace, a flail, and fighting off too. And it's a lot of like back and forth, and this thing flying around and bashing off of this thing, and flashing and bursting and still glowing. And just because I'm not using fight, so I didn't have to actually use any of the charges on the thing. I'm just fighting. So I'm like flashing back and forth and spinning and crashing into this thing, and it works out. I drive them away. They eventually have to retreat, which is really good for me. On a strong hit, you achieve your objective unconditionally. Take +2 my objective was to continue on, and I take +2 momentum. I will happily take that. Awesome, and no pay the price. Cool. All right, so I get through here, and having faced these things, I'm now going to delve further and get where the heck I'm going, please. So, delve the depths, and once again, I want to be able to. You can't delve with heart. I'm not trying to go fast. I'm not trying to go sneaky. So that leaves me wits. So I'm rolling my wits once again and hoping for progress. What do I get? Strong hit. All right. On a strong hit, you delve deeper, mark progress, and find an opportunity. Sweet. So marking progress. I think that puts me up at a solid 8 on the site, which is pretty cool. And under the delve, find an opportunity. I can roll or I can just choose. The terrain favors you. You find a hidden path. An aspect of the history or nature of this place is revealed. You locate a secure area. A clue offers insight or direction. You get the drop on a denizen. I think I'm taking that. This area provides an opportunity to scavenge, forage, or hunt. You locate an interesting or helpful object. You are alerted to a potential threat. You encounter a denizen who might support you. You encounter a denizen in need of help. All right, so I am going with you get the drop on the denizen. Choose one, gain insight or prepare. And what I'm going to do with the get the drop thing is I'm going to give myself initiative at the beginning. I'm not necessarily going to give myself momentum, but I'm handing that off to I start the thing with initiative. Gain insight or prepare, take +1 momentum. I'm going to take the +1 moment. I'm going to take the +1 momentum, I think. Well, or will I? When you assess the situation, make preparations or attempt to gain leverage. I know exactly what I'm going to do here. All right, so I'm actually going to roll this into the secure and advantage roll. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm coming down. I go into the stairwell and I creep down the stairwell. I walk down the stairwell and I quietly swing open the door into Leif Leipzig's chambers here, the court's accountant. I open the door quietly and I slowly get a nod. And I am asking him to be, and I'm reach behind me and I pull in the picture of Irina, or the picture of the original picture, because I flaked away not all of Irina's face, but some of it. And I pulled in here and he sees that. And I am going to secure an advantage by getting him to just be quiet and stay out of my way, using my connection, sort of connection with him. But basically, I am using charm, loyalty, or courage. I'll say that again. This is for the people of Barovia. And I'm rolling plus heart. And I get a +1 on that because I'm rolling it in from the find an opportunity on the delve. Ooh, that's a strong hit for secure an advantage. Okay, so strong hit. I get both of these. Again, I'm doing the different secure an advantage from the other game. Make a move now, not a progress move, and add +1. I may not be able to do that. And then take +2 momentum. I'll take the +2 momentum, and I get a +1 from the other side, so I'm at my max momentum rolling into this. That's what I was hoping for. Sweet. I get another move, it's all layering up here a little bit, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. But so here's what I'm going to do. I've already established that facing Strahd with the mace lowers his epicness by a notch down to extreme. And what is the thing under delve? Locating your objective gives you some stuff here with +1 momentum and blah, 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 blah. The way the original Ravenloft thing is set up is if you've got the holy symbol with you, then that hurts Strahd. And if you fight him where you're supposed to fight him, then that hurts. Then that gives you a bonus. And if you've got the weapon, then that hurts him and stuff. I've already established one of those things as sort of a MacGuffin. That's what the mace is. It helps me with that. I think what I'm going to do here, because I've got a +1 going forward into a move with from the thing I just did with the accountant, and I've got potentially another thing here if I locate my objective and that comes off and I take the +1 forward. So what I'm going to do is if I get a strong hit on locate your objective, I'm going to take the extra, the other thing, like another thing that lowers his difficulty from epic down to extreme, and then from extreme down to formidable, which makes him quite accessible to me. I'm okay with this. I paid a lot to get to where I'm going to go. So I am going to do the locate your objective thing. And my filled in progress is 8. So I just have to hope for the best. Oh, God. You think I got an 8. That's pretty good odds. And then you think, but I've seen 9s and 10s come up. But not that time, bitches! Yes! Fucking look at that, guys. Hell yes. Progress, 8, double 2s, an opportunity. The opportunity is there. The locate your objective bonus thing is there that I can't even honestly do anything with. The other one from Leap Leasage is there. That's 3 layers of ass-kickingness on this thing. I am absolutely going to lower his difficulty down by 1 because all fucking stars are aligned here on this one. Ha! Okay. So here is Strahd von Zarevic. Within his area, I find him. I resolve the site, which is amazing. I have delved the freaking Castle Ravenloft. When you have strong fate, you locate your objective. The situation favors you. Choose one. Blah blah. I'm not even worried about any of that because none of that stuff really rolls forward on any of the. Well, I guess I could do it for the. But I already said I was going to start the thing like with advantage. So I come in. The door bursts open, and I say, Strahd, face me. Face your own weakness. Face the lies you have told yourself, as well as the lies you have told this benighted, cursed country that you came to and enslaved hundreds of years ago. Face me and face judgment. And he rises up and he sees the painting. And the painting is there, and you can see kind of Irina's face, but you can also see I've pulled away some of the paint, and it's the original painting underneath the Tatiana, just compounding the lie that he's been telling for generations. Every time he finds some stupid orphaned girl and decides that's Tatiana, and he, in a fugue state, repaints the damn thing with a new face so he can convince himself that this is Tatiana reborn. And he's faced with that. And am I going to draw the circle? I think I'm going to draw the circle. Maybe. Let's look at the combat thing. Is that a social move? I think it is. Draw the circle. Relationship move. When you challenge someone to a formal duel, roll plus heart. On a strong hit, take +1 momentum. I am going to give myself a +1 from all this other nonsense over here. Take +1 momentum, doesn't matter. And I don't need to take any momentum because I'm maxed out. For this one, I'm not actually worried about this. forgot that I was doing this because I'm not actually... Wait, this isn't the beginning of the fight. Is this the beginning of the fight? What is this? Oh, the draw of the circle just gives me initiative, right? I forgot about that. Well, I don't need any of these things anyway because I don't need any more initiative. Well, that was kind of... It doesn't matter. I'm in the fight. Da-da. I draw the circle. I challenge him. Off we go. I'm not giving up initiative to him. He sees this thing. His face fills with despair and sadness and then rage. This is exactly what I wanted. And I'm coming at him. So what I am doing now is I am doing a strike, but I am using the mace. I'm using the flail of heavens, wielded by his brother for years, hidden away, and then attempted to be spirited away several times in the castle, recovered by my mentor, almost got out of the castle with it and died, and now brought back here and infused with the light, the dying light against the heart of darkness. So I am going to roll... This is going to be weird. I'm going to roll iron, but I'm also I'm throwing all my light at this. One big opening, fuck you hit, and I am at it so that I should be, so let me make sure I'm getting this asset right. The way the asset works is when you strike or clash, choose the amount of light to unleash and roll plus light instead of plus iron. So I don't have a good way of doing that. I'm just going to roll and add 3 there. That should give me a total of 6, which gives me a strong... I rolled the worst. Oh, god dang it. I rolled a 1? All right, fine. Fine. I don't even care. I get a 7, blah, 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 weak hit, momentum. Do I need to burn momentum on this? Let me think. So I get a weak hit, and that's on a strike. Strike, on a weak hit, you inflict your harm and lose initiative. On the strong hit, you inflict +1 harm and you retain initiative. Let me think about that for exactly 2 seconds, and then I'm going to burn my momentum, and I'm going to take that strong hit on the strike. I'm coming in, and I'm holding the flail, and this thing comes around in a big old arc, and it smash into his head. And it looks like one of those, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Star Wars MMO, but there's an opening cinematic where the trooper sets off a grenade right next to his own head, and he gets this sort of blast on his face. And that's what this thing just sends Strahd reeling. And let's explore what that looks like, because he is an epic foe. Let's get his name in here because I want to be able to feel this. Strahd von Zarevic. And he is an epic foe, but I'm facing him in the royal chambers of his forefathers. So he's down to extreme because the Vistani fortune teller told me if we faced him here, he would be weakened. And because of all the other stuff and the opportunity, he is formidable. I just hit him with all the damage of the light that I had, +1 for a strong hit on the strike. That's 7. That fills up a box every time. So with 1 hit, I get him to 7. And because I spent momentum, I've still got initiative, and I can do it again. This is very different than the last time we faced each other. So, smash him in the thing. He goes reeling. I come up and I smash him in the face with the shield. That one was for Ismark. This one's for Irina. And I bring it down. And I'm really hoping I roll really well because that was kind of awesome. And we are going to strike again. Where's my big moves here? And hope for the best. So this one I don't get nearly as many hot stuff here, but that's fine. I'm doing that. I'm striking with iron. Do I have any bonuses on strike? Just for other stuff? I should know this by now. Clash. And people are watching this is like, yeah, dude, we know you don't have the bonuses. Quit it. All right, that's fine. Right, because I get a bonus with Clash, but not necessarily with Strike. That's fine. No bonuses. I'll take a weak... that sucks. I'll take a weak hit. I've got to finish on the strong hit, though, or I can't end this. But I'll take the weak hit. The weak hit on Strike is you inflict your harm and I lose initiative. And he is reeling. I drive down on him. He manages to get his head to the side and I hit him in the shoulder, but it still drives him down. This is his brother's. Even without the infusement of the dying sunlight, it's still a weapon of the light, and it is a weapon of the brother that he killed, and all of that. So I do 2 harm, which gets him to 9, and I'm actually like up, and I'm standing over him. The shield and the flail And my 1 momentum, this is going to be the hard part. I've got to get back to a strong hit, and I don't have the momentum to do it right now. And that's what I was worried about with this. That's okay. That is okay. With the challenge dice that I had on this, the momentum that I kept wouldn't have saved me anyway. So it's just fine the way it is. I am going to stand over him, and I am going to compel. Am I going to compel? When you... I want to look at my asset here. I have honor bound. When you secure an advantage or compel by telling a hard truth. Yeah, I want him on his knees. I want to secure that advantage. I want to finish him off. When you secure an advantage or compel by telling a hard truth, add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit. Which one makes more sense? I don't want him to do anything. Aggressive action. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to do I'm securing advantage. I am acting with aggressive action. I'm trying to keep him on his back feet, and I am telling him a hard truth. I've actually already done this, but the thing says when I secure an advantage or compel by telling a hard truth, add +1 and take +1 momentum on the hit. On a weak hit or a miss, envision how this truth actually complicates your current situation. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So +1 and +1 momentum on the hit. So I am rolling iron with a +1. Flippin' 10. Okay, fine. On a weak hit, your advantage is short-lived. You take +1 momentum. And I get +2 momentum. That's fine. So, because I get the other one from the other thing. What I'm saying to him is, you were never the rightful ruler here, Strahd. Do you know why? Do you know why? You were never alive when you came here. You never had the right to rule. You were a dead thing before you ever crossed the borders of Barovia. You have been lying to yourself and this barony ever since you came here. You're no baron. You were never even awarded the barony. You took it for yourself, and you took it as a dead man. You're nothing. You were never anything to this place but a leech. On a weak hit, explain how this complicates your situation. Well, it fills him with rage, and he comes at me like a thing possessed, and I am forced back on the defensive because he moves faster than he's up and coming at me from the side somehow before I even understand that he's moving, and I barely manage to get, hopefully, I try to get the shield up, and defend myself from this thing. I am doing face danger with forceful defense. When you clash, what do you get for war? No, I'm not clashing. I am doing the thing. I have shield bear. When you face danger using your shield as cover, add +1. All right, so I am facing danger with iron with a +1. Woo! Strong hit. I was looking at the 9 going, no, not another 9. Oh, wait, that's mine. All right. On the strong hit, you're successful. Take +1 momentum, and you defend yourself. And I think it's just the +1 that I get from the thing. So that gives me that gives me initiative back. But I need to. How does that work with the combat? It says when you make a move to take decisive action and score a strong hit. All right, I'm gonna go for a strike and hope that I can actually. I'm gonna go for a strike and hope that I can get another strong hit and close this thing. So I block him, manage to get it up. He comes at me from another direction. Instead of meeting with the shield, I meet him with the mace, with the flail of heavens. And, whoops, wrong thing. And I'm going to get into the strike. Where's the strike? Where's my stuff? I love that everything is on the same page, but I have to scroll around a lot, and it's not super quick. And I'm just going to roll plus iron, no bonuses. Freaking weak hit. God dang it. On a weak hit, inflict your harm and do initiative. All right, so great. Well, that's awesome. My bar is full. I just have to actually close the door on this thing. So I get him a glancing blow across, like he kind of takes it on his arm, and maybe something cracks and he hisses, and he draws back, and I see him do some kind of swirling things with his hand, and then. Because he's got this in the game, right, in D&D. Fucking fireball. So I have to get down once again and just cower behind the shield and hope that I can, survive against this rolling ball of flame coming at me because he's a freaking wizard on top of every other damn thing. And I am going to face danger with forceful defense, and I get a bonus on that because I am cowering behind my shield. I say cowering. By using my shield. Strong hit. That's great. +1 momentum. Super. It's not that forceful thing that we need to get in there. So I get down and I let it wash over me. I'm like, ah! And as the flames are starting to die down and he's looking to see what's happened, you see that there's like that anime thing when the fire is still there and it kind of swirls as the person comes out of it. And I'm doing that and I'm just charging in here and just wham, 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 shield, over, knee, elbow, You must be the Belmont. Anyway, and I'm strong, so I'm gonna go back in for a strike. I just need to finish it strong, so I'm gonna go back for a strike. Rolling iron, going for the strong hit, so I can finish on this thing. No bonuses. Yes! Fuck yeah! Look at that! I've been cursing a lot the last couple of episodes. I'd like to apologize for that for anybody that bothers, but will you freaking look at that? All right, I can't do any more damage to him. On a strong hit, flick with arm, you gain initiative, and I'm just That should give me 3 more harm. He's already capped, and I did more damage to him beyond that. So I am going to, let's get the progress up here properly. Oh, he's already maxed out. And I am going to, wait, damn it, end the fight. On end the fight, you make a move, score a strong hit. You may resolve the outcome of the fight, roll the challenge dice, and compare to your progress. All right, well, honestly, I can't do better than this. Cross your fingers I don't get double 10s. I do not get double 10s. Fuck yes! Woo! I'm going to say, so aside from 2 other things here, finishing off the castle and defeating Strahd, 2 more marks on destroying the Devil Strahd and freeing Barovia. I feel like defeating him in a fight should count for more than that. And honestly, yes, I probably could do that. Oh, okay, so I'm going to back up through this. I called the light. That's a mark. I called the light. And all the other stuff that I did getting in there, I'm going to count 1 more for that. So I'm going to say, so calling the light, getting down through all of the shit that he threw up in my way and getting prepared in there, coming in, defeating the castle, and defeating him gets me to 6. Hopefully that's enough for that. But I defeated him, more to the point. So let's go back to progress there. That's done. Got the strong hit, back to the moves, and then the fight. On a strong hit, this foe is no longer in the fight. They're killed, they're out of action, they flee or surrender as appropriate to the situation and your intent. My intent was to, well, I'm going to conclude my vow to free him from Barovia, and that will determine, I think, some of this. So I'm going to do that first, and then we'll figure out what happens here. God, this is it's not great, but it's a really, really big quest, so it's kind of hard to get much more than this. This is an epic out of 6. So, let's see. Are you freaking kidding me? Just so nobody thinks I did anything, look, that is the roll I just made to conclude the progress thing. And the next thing, oh my God. If I played fast and loose with getting those last couple of points to get to 6, I can say with all honesty, it doesn't matter. I roll double 1s. I'm just, okay. Let's wrap this up right. Strong hit, you frozen long in a fight, they're killed out of action, flee or surrender as appropriate to the situation and your intent. Okay. So I have him, I smash into him, get him down, I get him against the wall, he tries to come back up, I hit him back against the wall again, he tries to come back at me, he tries to grab my neck, I knock it away with the shield, I smash the mace into his face again, he tries to go again, I hit him 3 more times, just one after the other, and drive him down to the ground. I go to rear back and he tries to turn into mist, and I say no, and what do? I throw my mace up in the air and I call the light. I'm in this area. The light is probably dying and I get one thin beam that comes in through a window and finds the head of the flail and shines upon it, and I drive it down, and as he's trying to fade away, I smash into where he was and I pull him back in, and there's this cry of pain, and I smash the thing down into him. I hit him again with the mace and again with the mace, and then I reach back and pull out the icon of a Meshchi as he's trying to pull one of his other little things away and trying to crawl away, and I drive it down on top of him and I hold him in place with this thing. I hold him still in this. I've knocked him back and thrown him around, and he's against the throne, which the so-called throne, which has just been shattered and everything. As I'm holding him down, I grab like a shattered chair leg, and I'm holding him with the holy symbol, and I'm showing him the mace, and it says, "Your brother will be avenged, and this country will be free, and you will finally be dead as you have always meant, as has always been meant to be. And I didn't mean to rhyme that, but that's what it is. And I pull it back and I drive it into his chest, and then and he turns to dust right there. I watch it happen, and I look for Ismark, who's standing and watching, and inexplicably, unbelievably, tears shining in his eyes. And the last light of the setting sun, shines in high on the through the windows, and he fades away. I don't know if he's gone forever. I don't know if he'll be back, but I know he's gone because for the moment he's at peace. And honestly, so am I. That is something else. All right. We'll do a quick little montage of stuff. Creatures that are still in the castle maybe cringing back or fleeing or simply staying the fuck out of my way as I exit the castle and walk down. And I'm, you know what I do? Actually, you see me going out and I'm dragging out the black horses from the stables and the carriage. And me loading like chests of silver and gold and stuff from that one stash and loading them into the carriage, which I realize now I actually took that opportunity away. But you know what? Well, forget that point. I'm just going to take one of the horses. Screw him. I'm taking one of the horses. Maybe both of them. I'll take them both. Screw it. Whatever. I'm going to take one of the horses and I'll ride back out of here. Forget about the gold stuff. That didn't happen. Anyway, we're going to go on and riding down into the castle, and I've got some kind of symbol of office or like the amulet or something like that he was wearing around his chest. And I bring it down and I show it to the village. I think I get the village of Barovia back as a bond, but that's neither here nor there. Not something I'm particularly worried about right now. Irina returns with Father Donovic because the Kashida are gone. The Vistani arrive, led by Madame Eva, and they've got food and wine for celebration. And we're going to close with almost the celebration and seeing Irina there and Donovic there and Ismark standing there and looking at the both of us and looking at the village and looking happy, and then looking down at that symbol of Ameshti hanging in a pouch at my side and looking troubled. And that's where we'll stop with everything. This has already gone on really long. I want to say thanks to everybody who's been following along with this. This was not the ending I thought it was going to be, but I'm not going to lie, it feels pretty good. I'm going to give myself one more advance on the figurine to the Free Wardens, because I think getting it out of the castle and getting it back here is probably the first step on what's going to be a pretty long journey. Destroy the Devil's Strahd and free Barovia. I was joking when I wrote that down. All right. I want to thank also Sean Tompkins, because Sean, if you ever see this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have written a hell of a game, my friend. And I hope I get the chance someday to shake your hand, because that's one of the best gaming experiences I've had personally as a GM or a player. And I did it solo, and I didn't think I would ever say that about a solo game. And damn, lightning in a bottle. That's all I got. Thanks very much, guys. I will talk to you soon. I'm either going to continue the adventures of Brigida, as we're trying to get the icon of Ameshti back to the Free Wardens and everything that's going to entail, or we're going to switch over and maybe we're going to do some Starforged. I have some thoughts about that. We'll see. But for right now, this closes, at least call it book 1 of the Brigida epic. We're going to close out with this picture right here. Yeah. Standing over body. Good night.